A big thank you to Shage, Chalamet, Gunny Ian Shilmington, Michael Cassell, Psilocybin, King Snatcher, Kashia, Baiko, Coalitionist, Seekers, Twist from the Code G, Stephen Austin, Dan Corsair, Tino, Ethan, Goralchik, Immortal Donkey, and also Stephen Austin for clicking the join button down below and contributing to the channel financially. If you do enjoy the content, please consider clicking that like button, subscribing, and ring that bell to help support the content grow even further. We also stream live at twitch.tv/Let's Suffer Together. Enjoy the show, my friends. And welcome back to Noita. I'm Suffer of Let's Suffer Together. Back right down under the mountain. Call me. How you doing, guys? We are here today because the normal content I put out on YouTube is one of a casual nature. We casually play Noita, from what you would consider the start of the game, waking up right at the start of the mountain, right down to Call Me, what you would consider, the end of the game. If you don't have the knowledge, or you're starting out the game and you kill Call Me, you might think once you've, killed him, gone through the portal, gone down there, you've completed the game, right? 100% complete, nothing else left to do. Well, my friends, a lot of you will be aware, there's this game, there's thousands of hours worth of, time and enjoyment you can get out of this game, but you've got to be willing to explore. So, this is a nice little mini-series, I suppose, explaining, and without spoiling too much, I'm going to be vague where I can, just so you can go on your adventures yourself and explore and search for things. Some things might be spoiled. I'm doing this on the fly without much, preparation, because that's just how we do things. It's often how, we can let events just kind of organically, come together. But firstly, obviously, this guy needs to die, and, he did. Luckily, I've got a really powerful one, so dead man. So you've killed Call Me. Normally you would go for that portal to finish the game. But once you've come down here, collected that sample, well, otherwise called the soul, or many other names, as you collect orbs, One thing you can do is that there are many orbs scattered throughout the world. Now, the very first thing you can do, if you start another game, you can make this boss fight harder. You've possibly seen orbs around the world. If you've explored the sides of biomes here and there, you might have come across an orb of familiar knowledge. When you first see them, they'll have a picture of a spell. You'll unlock that spell. But after that, they'll give you HP ups. And they double the HP of the boss fight and give him extra abilities. Now, it's possible to get up to 34 orbs to actually, kill this dude. 34 orbs you would need outside assistance. The most common high orb count is 33, because that's what you can get in New Game Plus, and we'll be speaking to that a little bit later. But if you want to, an extra tiny bit of challenge, but you want to consider going on the casual path still, collecting the orbs around the world, because they're just a few of them are at the sides of biomes, so you don't really have to explore much, off the beaten path. And you get to experience a nice little extra, bit of a more difficult boss fight at the end, which you get some extra HP for it as well, eventually, to aid you on your journey so you can become more powerful to face a more powerful Call Me. So that's number one, Think about the orbs that are around the world, which will be going around, around the world a little bit, and we'll probably see one or two, just to, let you know where one or two of them are. But again, there is plenty of places in this world that you can go explore. You've got to think in all directions, right? Even from here, down, up, left, and right. You can go any direction and you'd probably end up finding something. However, firstly, if you're not going to go through this portal and end the game, what would you do? I'm trying to escape. You think, oh, go up here. There might be something up here. No. There isn't. Just lava. Just big lava hole. And you're like, I'm contained in here, and there's nothing I can do. Until you realise, in the very start of the video, this rock is very destructible. Although, you can use chainsaws to dig this, but it's slow. What you really want to do is explode it. But, if you don't have any black holes, anything like that, just get some simple explosives, and that will really take care of it. Lumi drills, that kind of thing. Luckily, I've got this, so, I can do anything I want, along with the always cast chainsaw matter eater, which is very nice. So, when I said, you can think about in terms of up, down, left, and right, you're like, there's a load of lava down here. Well, you've got to start thinking with all the spells, if you want to think about exploring the entire world and what they can do for you, such as lava to blood, you know? Well, the simple chainsaw around lava gets rid of it. You know, I can just... Although this is quite a nice and high tier lava, what's the word? Transport wand. Like, I can go down. And I'm not going to go in there, but I will show you. Hold on, I've got so many HPs and extra lives. I'm saying that I can't easily get out of it, apart from black holing. But we'll do a little bit of black holing. This lava really hurts, of course, but... I'm just gonna... Again, just to show you. You see there's something down there. So you might want to explore down there and realise, you know, the game will make you really search for things when it concerns, you know, all of the orbs, all of the little secrets, even some of the boss fights type of deal. Now, concerning extra boss fights, check down in the description, because I'm not going to cover mini bosses here. There are 11 extra bosses in the game. What you'll want to do is go check out if you want to see where all those are, so you know where to go and what to do. We have an all boss run that I'll put in the writing. You see, there's loads of little things everywhere. So you can hunt for secret writing. You can go do all the extra 11 mini bosses that'll be in the description down below. But I'm not going to cover the mini bosses because we've already got a video covering that, and it'll take a lot longer. And yeah. So, simple rockets will put a big hole in here. TNT, for example. However, I can just, you know, this isn't extremely dense rock. It's dense rock, meaning chainsaws, explosives, and all that can easily destroy it. But firstly... Okay, so, we made it up here. Big wow, right? You know? Big whoop, we made it up here, you know? Because you might start to think, well, I don't have this type of one to freely just destroy everything, you know? I just don't. I didn't find anything. I didn't, you know, put it all together to actually... Ooh, healthium! Oh no, it looks a bit greener to me. Ow. So, you might not be able to destroy this wall, which is what I can do at the moment, to be able to just go up and up and up, you know? Basically a rewind of the casual run. So you can't do that? Well, you might be thinking, how do I get back up then? How do I get back up so I can explore? Well, there is a simple and wonderful way that you don't really need to be able to dig that ferociously to be able to do it. And we'll go check that now. So we're just going to the left of the last biome. I'm sorry, what? Oh, I've been shot. I can't shoot. Oh, no. Fortunately for me, I'm in a nice little safety hole. The sand has protected me. I'm sorry, what? All right. Hold on. Little bug. So we've given ourselves a really powerful loadout, just so, you know, we can get to places easier, do things a little more smoothly and a quicker pace. I fully understand you would not have this level of technology normally, especially if you're watching this video and need it. You know, because we're using... I don't know what those lines were then. So, we're at the left-hand wall. I got hit again. Luckily, I don't think it was anything too bad, but we're using Greek spells and stuff like that. If you're looking to get something like this, because we have no black holes, the Greek spells, which are a series of spells that allows you to basically get unlimited spells for anything, you know? If it has a limited amount of spells, like black holes, that unlimited spells as a perk won't give you unlimited black holes. You can use Greek spells to be able to, you know, copy for free. Well, it's 80 mana, but it's unlimited. You might want to check out some of the bosses and the boss videos if you want to be doing this kind of work, you know, with the black holes. So, the problem is with teleporting, we are a little bit, possibly. Right, we're down at the bottom left of this biome, where there's a portal. So, when the portals end is usually the defining moment of the end of the, you know, biome itself, apart from the first floor, and there's a few exceptions. But, if we just go up now, you notice, it kind of, you know, like some of the other side biomes in other biomes, you can go in to a nice little hole. Now, this is a nice little boxy rectangle, so you come in and you go upwards. And then you realise there's another wall, and it's like, what are you talking about? So there's no way up. Well, keep on going. You find out it kind of snakes around nicely up here into a nice little lava pool that's surrounded by something. You're like, what's in there? Of course. Now you can use chainsaws on this again. The lava is a little bit annoying, but you can simply just pour like half a water potion on here, and then destroy the obsidian or whatever gets made, and a lot of the water will just kind of eventually allow you to expose. There's plenty of ways to do it. Again, I'm kind of not going to try and backseat you, because I want you to come up with your own ways, right? I'm not here to tell you how to play. I'm here to suggest things that you can do on your own adventure. The problem is with a lot of content these days, I find, is it tells you what to do, right? And then you lose the sense of, you know, purpose for yourself, where, you know, if you build something that allows you to get through to do something yourself instead of having it made for you, then you did that, you know, and that's the reward of gaming is yours then, you know, and I don't want to take that away from you, or at least I want to limit it and limit the spoilers in this video. So, I mean, this, however, if you go through this portal, be prepared, you know, don't go in half-cocked. You're going to need to be protected. The good thing is, for me, now this is the tower, my friends. Surrounded by curse rock. Don't worry, I've got a lot of extra lives and that kind of thing. Surrounded by curse rock, deadly enemies. It's basically repeating the run, but you're going up this time. You know, you've got the very starting biome. The very starting biome, and the second biome will be the coal pits and stuff like that, you know? What you can do here, if you get a Sadie Kiwi, I did it back in the day, back when 1.0 came out. It was brilliant. When Sadie Kiwi started coming into existence, put a big hole here, you know? A big Sadie Kiwi hole. Then get an invisibility potion, and just simply levitate up in this big hole, you know? Nothing will stop you. Apart from the fact I am getting shot at, so pretend I'm invisible, and realize how easy this would be, despite the fact this is a very, very dangerous place. Luckily, there's a nice little wolf. Like, have you seen that wolf before, for instance? That little wolf there? I mean, you might have never seen these before as well. And, yeah, watch out for Steve. Especially watch out for Scott if you are doing this strat, because, invisibility? He doesn't give a shit about invisibility. Not at all. Scott, the upgraded and more, you know, rigorous Steve. The guard, the big guard with 2 shields. Maybe we find him, maybe we don't. But as you can see, it's highly dangerous. A lot of people with a lot of combinations. It's not normally individual enemies that you find that are the biggest problem. What normally is the biggest problem is combinations of enemies that you haven't, you know, because you've most likely fought most enemies before, up to this point. So when it throws out extra combinations you've never thought, you will get extra situations. So you need to prepare for that. But I did want to give you a little easy strat. Of course, I've kind of, you know, because there are more complicated ways of coming up here, and there are, you know, you can just fight, shall we say. We can just fight the live long day. But you can also just go invisible and climb it, say the key. You can also just bring invisibility anyway. And this is why you might want, if you do climb the tower, to have edit ones everywhere. What we're going to do anyway would require edit ones everywhere, unless you know in advance what exactly you want to do, and you build the ones in the final holy mountain beforehand. So, we get different ones. They're all, you know, quite nice. However, there is something else that you'll be able to do. Now, this little thing, and what you're looking for to explore and to understand the solutions to certain problems is things like these. Around the world you will find tablets and books. This is an example. Book of the Key, you know, where it tells you in a subtle way, a bit of a riddle about what to do once you find a key, kind of deal, you know. But again, I wouldn't say they're the most difficult things to understand, but they can, you know, be a bit riddly, and hey, there's always resources like the Noita Wiki out there. If you either want the solution or, you know, ways of getting around things. However, this is the Avarice Chamber. There is a few different things you can do with this. You will find a tablet, however, that would explain vaguely. It is vague. It is quite vague. You know, what I can say, you need to bring someone here that is very elusive. You won't find this dude in any other area apart from a hole randomly in the world. But that's all I'm going to say. And you need to literally bring him here. However, what you can do is just fail by jumping in yourself, getting a burst of air, and being mocked by the game for basically failing the little quest. Because you can unlock things here, but you will find books and other related materials giving you little hints on what to do with the Avarice. However, we've climbed the tower, and he still wants a piece, and we're going to escape, and it puts you back at the top of the mountain. Fantastic. But this is an example of the orbs, so you might recognize this place. You know, nice little start of the game. So this is the orb we're talking about. That would make the boss fight hard. Right then. Ah. Again, you'll need to consider these music boxes as well. But that'll be, you know, explained on tablets when you're wandering around the game trying to find things. Again, trust in the book learning. Because it not only kills, but it will provide you the solutions. It won't provide you the solutions, it'll provide you the necessary, you know, information so you can think of the solution. This is what I really love about the game, though. It allows you to come up with a solution, you know, and feel smart, because you are, if you figured it out. But you can always, again, use other resources to find out what's going on. Another tablet, you know, but a lot of tablets are hidden throughout the game. Up, down, left, and right, you know. But firstly, if you want to do anything in this game, right, you're going to need to power up. How do you power up? You know, I've just got this world. I've only ever seen this world. I've only got 7 perks. And, yeah, you know, what's that all about? How am I powering up beyond that? Well, you can always build your wands. There's plenty of extra places that you can go and build with your wands. But that's not going to increase your HP. That's not going to do anything for you. This is a completed little mini quest, but we'll talk more on that later, whether it's this part or, you know, because this is going to be probably a multi-part series. Where firstly, again, you need to power up. Again, the musical, nice little, you know. One thing I will say, some of the mini-bosses are connected to other, you know, things you can do. That is one of them. The music boxes, you know, highly connected with the alchemist. I'll just say it because, you know, I didn't actually mention it in the bosses video. So, you might want to get paid as well. And you're probably not going to find this, and it's not really a spoiler, and it's just really handy to know. This is extremely dense rock, so you're going to need a matter eater. Lumidra. What's the other one? Black hole. Yeah. Black hole. So how you do this and get consistent every time? Stand on this, look diagonal, go up like that. And you'll see why. You'll really want to come here, because if you want to power up, you need the power of the rerolls and purchasing power on your side. This is gold, my friends. 250,000 gold. Takes a little while to collect. There is a Steam Workshop mod that you can apparently pick all this up at once, apparently. I've heard that. I don't know if it's true, don't quote me on it, but this is gold. It's wonderful. So, we haven't actually explained what we're going to need all this for. How are we going to get, you know, powered up beyond wands? Or anything the mini-bosses can give me, which, again, we'll deal with later. So, we come here. We're quite high up, and whether you're left or right, at the main walls, you know, as far as the world goes, left or right, you want to be about this high. For the reason that this hole exists. And you're going to find out why. Also, these things, these are essences. Now, if I take one of these, well, I can actually take one and show you. Where's that going to bother me? Give me a sec, because I want to show you something in a sec. Yeah, that's not going to be too bad. That's not removing liquid from a cape. So it does this, and there are 5 of them throughout the world that you can go collect. These are connected with celestial bodies above and below. So, make of that what you will. If you know what's above and below, well then, these are most definitely having a connection. So firstly, again, extremely dense rock, loomy drills, black holes, or matter eater. You could earthquake and then shoot the rock, but that's a pain in the ass. Just get black holes, even if it means you have to get a load of black holes. The Greek spell from the alchemist to make it unlimited. You just wander across here, and then also, we're going to matter eater from here because I want to show you something. We can matter eater this, however, we cannot matter eater this cursed rock. Cursed rock is very painful. Even if you have thousands of HP, it will. If you try and run through this, like this, I've got saving grace, so 100 HP gone in a second, easy. Easy, so it's very dangerous. Now, you can't, again, matter eater this. You're going to want a black hole. Oh, that's horrible. Slime, no. So, I want to slow down my teleport wand, actually. Just a little bit. Can I Tau? Will that increase the cast a little? Oh, that's perfect. I don't want my teleport being too fast. Actually, what I want to do is have a long distance, long teleport. The shorter the teleport here, the worse it is. Because the #1 way of coming through here, and you'll find out why we're doing this very shortly. Just, you might know, you might not. But I'm working on the assumption you don't know. Actually, I don't want that liquid there. Because I'm putting ambrosia on myself, so I can survive this. Ambrosia, you know, means I will not take damage. Status effects can still happen, but I won't take damage. So we spray ourselves a little bit. We're protected 26%. We'll want a bit more than that. Alright, come on. There we go. We got 55% protection, which means 100%. It only removes the protection when it goes to 0, as with all things on the cape, you know? So, we have protection from the damage. However, if I move, that protection comes off. So I could run. I could do that, but you're going to have to use a lot of ambrosia. What you can do that's easier, aim roughly at the floor. If you shoot upwards, you lose, you know, if you shoot upwards, you lose more. Because when you're falling, you will lose liquid percentage off your cape. So you want to aim at the floor, so you limit the amount of actual... The teleport isn't classed as movement. So, well, technically we lost the same amount, but yeah. So we black hole again, make more distance, and aim at the floor. And we can get a lot of distance through this cursed rock just by teleporting ambrosia and making the holes. It's hard. It's a bit more of a laborious process if you're using, say, a loomy drill or other digging technology that isn't as good as the black hole. But we're through, and we could have barely used it. We used 22% ambrosia, and a lot of that was a waste anyway. So we just continue to dig, and we will eventually come to a lovely little parallel world. This is the East Lake. So we are... Oh, shit. And this, my friends, is showing you some of the danger around here in parallel worlds. So, you have the main world you're in, right? That you can go around and do everything in, if you want. However, we've come through the rock to a parallel world. While there is some things different about this, there's a lot of things that are the same. So we're in the East snowy, you know? We went from the west of the main world to the east of the east world. So there's the big lake, you know? There's no actual island, unfortunately. But you can get a lot of things. You've got all the bosses. I think nearly all the bosses here. I don't think we have pit boss. But, for one, if you want to get rid of your essences as well. Now, what are you doing, little hissy, bro? But this is quite nice. Being able to come here. Ah, you see, you've got those musical things as well. So we're in another world. East Mines. One thing, though. One thing, my friends. Do not go through these portals unless you want to go back to the main world. If you jump through a portal in a parallel world, you will be sent back to the main world. It's just a mechanic. So you want more black holes. You're going to need quite a few of them. That's why the Greek spells are highly necessary. And you get more perks, you know? Rerolls for days and more spells, more heals, and then you can refill your black holes if necessary, if you didn't get unlimited. Say you had, like, you know, just a wand filled with them, but they're slowly running out. There, you get a classic refill, and then you just keep on digging, keep on going, you know? Ah, now that, my friends, is a nice sign. Put that so we can always teleport and heal at the same time. Because the Tau, even though this has, you know, only 2 capacity, it's empty now. It shouldn't be fired, right? Well, that's how the Greek spells work. It's wonderful. There is another thing as well, which I might actually go back to the main world for. Because there are several unlocks in the game, and there's no way of really explaining this side quest without spoiling it. Unfortunately, in the East Worlds and West Worlds, I don't believe we get the necessary tools to actually fulfill this quest, so we'd have to do it in the main world. But it starts here, and for the next 3 floors, you must do 3 different things. It all starts with the hands. And then it continues down into the next biome where you must do something, and then the next biome where you must do something. Again, I'm being vague for a reason. And then, again, you can move on with the unlocking. Just like the Avarice, where you can unlock something. Right. Also here, when you're, obviously, you know, looking to do things. And say you want, you know, say you've visited all the parallel worlds, and you want to actually make sure you don't go to too many parallel worlds without going to options. Oh, sorry, no. Right, whenever you go to a parallel world, you might want to consider restarting with enabled mods active when you reach the parallel world. Because you want to be able to clear the cache of the game. If you visit parallel worlds, the save file gets bigger and bigger, of course. So every time you go to a parallel world, you're adding to the save file. It can crash if you go to multiple parallel worlds without restarting with enabled mods active. It can crash anyway. Luckily, the game has a really, really good restore system when it comes to that kind of thing. So again, you can just go to as many holy mountains as you want. You can keep on doing this. Going to parallels. I would suggest that you, you know, make sure that, yeah, you don't go to too many. Although, it really depends, you know, what you need, what you're doing. But anyway, what we can also do... I wonder what's the quickest way... We're back in the main world now. So you can go to parallels and say you messed up a quest. You can possibly correct it. There's a few, again, quests in Parallels that can't be done. There is a tower in Parallels, but there is no Avarice Chamber. However, there are the ones. So even if you have to pick up one of the ones in the tower, because you can pick up one, the rest of them disappear. I forgot to mention that back then. Right. Ah, healing. Healing and teleporting. Ah, I should have probably given myself some stronger levitation. But one last little thing, since that'll be a nice little cut-off point. That once you've killed the boss, and it doesn't matter when you kill the boss in this fact. Come on. But if you're looking for something a bit more tricky, and of course, when we're talking about extra things to do, there is always Nightmare mode. However, I would suggest looking and keeping a lookout for Purgatory mode for an extra highly challenging series of runs. But there is Nightmare you can also do, and Purgatory you can also do, of course. But beyond that, there is also other things you can do to increase the challenge. Increase the challenge against the final boss. And also continue. There's in New Game Plus you can still do a lot, but not all of the mini quests. So, say I was to just magically give myself all the orbs. That's loud, man. We give ourselves 5 orbs. We're in, we're not in New Game Plus. If you have the Sampo, this thing, doesn't matter when you get the orbs for this thing anyway. If you have 5 to 10 orbs, and you come here with the Sampo, enter New Game Plus, where you can, face enemies that are a lot harder, they do a lot more damage, you get more money and resources. The map is a little bit different. The map is a bit more akin to Nightmare mode. But you can easily just go New Game Plus it. New Game Plus 1. But you can, for the very first one, it's 5 to 10 orbs. Then it's 6 to 10 orbs. So, again, there is information out there. I think on the Noita Wiki as well. Where it takes a certain amount of orbs to get to New Game Plus. Too few and you won't be able to go. Too many and you won't be able to go. So you can always check, because it will always say, head to New Game Plus if you stand here with the Sampo. But fortunately, you can collect the orbs whenever you want, so you can collect one orb, come back here and check, But there is lists out there that you can, check for wonderful little things. But we still have the tree. And of course, well, that was a tablet. If you're really looking for a challenge as well, there is always Eternal Wealth, where you get 3 times the amount of money. But we're terribly cursed. Terribly, terribly cursed. Yes, that's really painful. And this follows you. This will follow you. And it's really bad. It's really bad when it's liquid. Solid isn't as bad as all that. But the liquid, however, that's terrible. But this, my friends, is the list of things you can do, basically. The tree achievements. These are a list of things you can do. And this is what you'll want to be moving on with, These all mean different things. What they all mean, hey, we'll get into in the next part, my friends. I just wanted, because if you want to do the majority of these, you need to be able to power up. So you need to know how to get to Parallel Worlds, and from the final boss to Parallel Worlds to either get to New Game Plus or to continue on with any of these challenges. So look out for the second part. We'll be going through some of these. Some of these, again, will allude to. Some of these will spoil. Some of these will just, possibly miss. Because, if you're adventuring anyway, you're going to bump into them. Like your bosses, But a lot of these symbols, they've definitely got some, big value in challenge. Highly satisfying to achieve. But my friends, thank you taking part in today's video. This, again, will continue. Oh, just one more thing, because this is an annoying note to end on. With this curse following me around, no thank you. If you want to get rid of the curse at any point, you need to go to a new holy mountain. You can't go to an old holy mountain. Oh, we can go in the pole. Nice. Go into a new holy mountain, destroy that thing, and then the curse will go. The crystal shards, the curse has gone away, but so has the treasure it grants. It's just, that is a nice little challenge. Try and win a run with Curse agreed on. But again, we'll look at some of the tree achievements next time. But thank you for watching. I've been Suffer of Let's Suffer Together. We stream live at twitch.tv/Let's Suffer Together. We have, you know, the subscribe button, the follow button, you know, all that good stuff that really helps and supports the channel. Yeah, it's been a pleasure, my friends. I hope you got some out of the video. Here's to next time, and I hope you join us when we put out fresh content in the future. We're here, you know, on YouTube most days as well as Twitch. So, hey, it's been a pleasure. Take it easy. Keep enjoying Noita, my friends. I'll catch up with you very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your days. Goodbye, renegades.